What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Let's Play Wargame Red Dragon, the Busan Pocket campaign. As we left off in our last episode, we have just launched our assault on Seoul. We managed to establish a beachhead with our U.S. Marines, our 24th Armored Battalion, and the fighter plane escort to that. Here we see the North Koreans have launched a counterattack with the 41st Infantry Regiment, 3rd Anti-Air Convoy, the 2nd Anti-Ship Squadron, 22nd Armored, and 12th Strike Regiment. Trying to drive us out of Seoul, trying to pretty much push us off our beachhead, and we're not going to let that happen. Juk Wades, basic rifleman, Type 49 submachine gun, RPG-2s, nothing to really worry about there. 32 units of them, though. These Ban tank Fagats, those are what's really going to be problematic for us with their anti-tank guided missiles. Support-wise, nothing to really worry about. Artillery, Shilkas are going to be a problem. We're going to have to keep our helicopters safe. And then our lone MI-8 gunship, rest assured, you know he's going to get some kills before he goes down. And they also have 6 Su-7Bs, which those rocket pods are really going to be devastating. Not to mention 28 T-55s. So we're going to have to be very careful with what we call out during this battle. We have U.S. Marines, 24 units of them, some SMAWs, anti-tank heat rockets. We have some Avengers, which we're going to make use of against these helicopters, and only 8 M60s, so that's what's really going to be a problem. Naval units, though, we have 12 more M60s that we can land on the beach, so we're going to have to make sure Naval Sector Bravo and Johan are captured. Well, Johan is going to be ours to start with, and Naval Sector Bravo is ours to start with as well. So we're going to have to pretty much replay the whole last battle, link up here in Bravo, and basically my aim is to try and hold everything on this side of the river, and of course drive them off the map entirely. So let's go ahead and launch the battle. I'd like to apologize for the last video, though. Upon post-production, I was going back and just re-watching everything just to kind of grade myself on my narration skills and all that, and I found myself mumbling a whole hell of a lot as I'm making moves on the campaign map, and I found that a lot of audio was pretty much swallowed up by all the sound effects and everything from the game. So I do apologize for that. I'm going to do my best this time around to try to make sure I keep my voice as loud as I possibly can be, and to try not to mumble so much. So first of all, we're going to make sure we have a decent anti-tank and infantry presence up here in this town. We're going to have some recon up here with them as well in the form of this LAV-25. He's going to be hanging out down the street like the good old boys we did last week. I don't know, but he's going to be hanging out down there. We're gonna need some Phantoms. Call out 2 of them. I want to save points here. 4 of these M60s. We're going to land them at the beach as quickly as possible. And we're going to have to spend the points to have an Oliver Hazard parry out here just to hold on to that naval sector. We're going to bring in a TACCOM. Move him down to Bravo. And then to start support, we're going to need to have some of these Avengers out just to be on the safe side, safeguard against any kind of air threat that comes my way. They're going to be hidden in these wooded areas here. And to finish it off, 30 points from LAV. We have 40 points to work with. Let's go with another recon unit further south here. Station there. Alright, looks good. We're going to call these tanks in, drop that TACCOM down here to Bravo, and dig in up here in the north, and hopefully everything will go well.
Waiting new orders, sir.
We got a bunch of stuff spotted already right off the bat.
Someone called for a cab? It always comes down to the infantryman and his rifle.
Alright, so we have a bunch of Type 85s. Looks like the infantry's going to be rushing us right off the bat. We need these M60s up here immediately.
Who do you want us to transport?
Supply trucks. I'm going to need to call out supply trucks for all my riflemen up here to make sure that they stay rearmed. See, look at all the fire going in though. All these tracers down here, RPGs, tracers lighting them up. Absolutely devastating. Everything crossing this river. Lord. It's like Christmas. Look at this. Look at that. There wasn't a single thing that managed to make it across and into the town. Well, they managed to make it into the town, but it sure as shit didn't last long once they arrived. That was absolutely devastating. So we have a scout chopper up here. I'm not going to worry about taking him out with any oh, MI8 coming out now. The Avenger engaging that, stunning this LVT with his rocket pods. You know, I had to move this LVT over here to this junction there. Move that Avenger up. Let's go ahead and call out some more anti-air. Bring another Avenger up here. And I think that looks good for now. The logistic trucks have arrived. This LVT is going to I'm gonna make sure these infantry fighting vehicles, any sort of transport, you really need to pay attention to what kind of armament is on them, because these LVTs with their Mark 19 grenade launchers and 50 caliber machine guns. Whoa. More BTRs now. They're trying another landing. Artillery landing from somewhere in the backfield here, trying to catch eyes on where that was. These SMAWs are going to make. There goes the Avenger now engaging that recon chopper. 65 points kills there. 65-point kill there. And this amphibious assault now in my position here, just getting shredded. Absolutely shredded by my infantry. This is beautiful. The M60s have arrived by now. They're going to move them up. Move fast up here. This LAV-25s, go ahead and move him over here as well. Helicopters, I don't think it's safe to bring them out yet. I don't have any artillery to speak of as well. We will, however, bring up some M60s of our own. Not the naval-based one, but land-based M60s. Let's go ahead and tighten the noose with our Avengers up here, since the battle seems to mostly be unfolding up here.
On the road again.
Looks like they're taking out some of my LVTs here. More artillery coming in. Go ahead and move them to a different location here.
Waiting the order, sir.
And again, this clusterfuck. You can see the computer just not learning from his mistakes. Just rushing all these infantrymen across that one little pass there, and that artillery really needs to go.
Who do you want us to transport?
M60's now getting flanking shots on those infantry. And we're just going to go ahead and roll down the main road there with those M60s. LAV-25s, go ahead and move him up here as well. Looks like my scout that I had down here managed to get taken out by something. We got something over here. I don't know what that is. Tank of some sort. Do I have a recon chopper? Yeah, I'll bring out a recon chopper and just be smart about where I put him. And of course, rotating out the supply trucks. Got to make sure I keep my men armed and well fed here.
Missile in firing position, sir.
Get within range. Get within range.
Locking on target.
M60 now trying to engage these T-55s.
Any customers for attack, sir?
But
Has an enemy chopper been spotted?
just killing them. Absolutely killing them.
You spotted something?
M60's now finding some stuff over here in this little village. It's a shame I don't have any recon over here. I have this Cobra, but I don't want to send him forward too far. And I am worried about my command down here, so we're just going to bring in some Marines just to hold this town in case the enemy tries anything sneaky. Move this LAV over here as well. Any more recon? Do I have recon infantry? I do. SEALs, I'm going to put them in this front little town here. Alright, so we've effectively cut off, well, we did have the enemy cut off there for a second. Cargo truck, go ahead and move back up here, keep my guys armed and ready. These Chihuades are just getting absolutely murdered throughout this battle. I don't think I've lost anything yet, apart from a scout.
Get out of my way.
Go ahead and call out a command of our own over here to go ahead and take this reinforcement sector.
Someone need a guardian angel?
More Chihuades.
Are you fucking?
Just to have a little bit better anti-infantry firepower. It's not like these M60s can't do the job on their own, but I'm going for complete and total victory here. LAV 20 or LAV 62 now coming in. Go ahead and push up with the Avengers.
Moving on that
These M60s up here, taking out the last command, and that's game. Seoul has now fallen, total victory. We've managed to inflict horrible, horrible casualties. It's amazing that that 41st Infantry Regiment has been completely destroyed. There's only 3 units of Chihuades left, 2 units of Fagats. We've effectively wiped out the Pongays in the last battle we played. Plenty of T-55s left, though. We haven't seen very many of them yet. No air kills as well. Did we lose anything? We lost an LAV-25. We lost a Cobra? Did we lose the Cobra? When did that happen? Are these just losses that we've sustained in general? I don't know. Yeah, I think these are just losses that we sustained in general. So we lost an LAV-25. Wow. Wow. Seoul is now completely under our control. The next battle now, down here in Unchang, we have the remainder of this this attacking force, barely anything really. T-55, some of those TO-55s, and these VTTs, mortars. There's really nothing really to speak of. Gongbyong's infantry, we have those to deal with, but against all my Sohongs, I have a couple units of them left, and plenty of tanks. So this should be pretty interesting. Let's go ahead and launch the battle down here. Down here in Yunchang, we need to drive them out so we can get these units rearmed and rested. I don't have a whole lot to work with down here, but it's going to be enough to hopefully. This looks like somehow they've taken Yunchang, that region right there, even though I had that during our last engagement here. I'm not sure what that's all about. So we're going to have a tow nest up here in our front line. Do I have, no I don't. I don't have any logistics. That is a shame. Infantry, we're going to have, I'm digging in for a defensive battle here because I'm not sure exactly what the enemy is going to attempt to do. Okay. Now we have a command that's going to be down here in the Busan region. Vehicle-wise, we'll go ahead and throw some of these M36s down here as well, just to have an extra layer of security. And these M36s are really just laughable. They are World War II era tanks. There's just an extra layer, only 10 points each, so it's just an extra layer of security. F-86 Sabres, my AH-1Ss. You guys are going to be the stars of the show yet again. Alright, my recon helicopter, of course. I don't have enough points for him, of course. Well, we'll go with... that'll be it for now. We'll just dig in and hope for the best. Oh dear. Spotted, I will never know. I did not know that they had helicopters. Looks like they have some anti-air units in there now as well. Go ahead and pull them out. My helicopters were taken down as well. Jesus Christ, this is all happening way too fast. Helicopters were taken down as well during the initial push. My toes completely wiped out almost over here by these fucking helicopters. Where the hell did they even come from? I don't remember them having helicopters. Stingers now, I need to start digging in. These guys, they're just best left in the woods. These TO-55s gotta go, though. Same with that artillery right there. Anti-tank, or those rockets now being unleashed from, now we hear artillery. Taking out one of them. It's not bad. Stunning my units here. This is... Stingers to really defend against these helicopters with. That BM-21's gotta go. Managing to take out a tank there, that's good. Stunning those VTs. Let's see if this BM-21 will fall to this rocket barrage. Yep. Excellent. Right there. It looked like there was more rocket artillery. These toes are... The enemy knows that there's something there, and I can't do anything about it. I'm not willing to push up with any form of anti-air to get that close with my... Sabres can potentially shoot some of these helicopters out of the sky. Got more artillery falling now. My poor toes. Smoke screening them? That's interesting. M36 is now engaging the TO-55s, taking out one of them. But yeah, against such a swarm of... Whatever the hell that was, against such a swarm of anti-tank fire, really nothing. There we go. Getting a lot of kills here. Sabres doing a decent job. We got more artillery firing from somewhere up here. Can't quite see where that was coming from. Let's go ahead and just engage with these Sabres against these helicopters while I still can. 106 is going to do their best to try and hold their ground against this onslaught. And that's game. Managed to fight off the enemy, but just barely. Total victory. Suffered a lot of losses there. Lost almost all of my infantry. I did not know where that first air attack convoy, where in the world did they come from? Managed to down 3 of those helicopters. They have 5 remaining and 6 of that other variant. Wiping out a ton of those TO-55 flame tanks, so that's good. Their Shilkas are gone. Doing some damage to their artillery, those BM-21s, taking out 4 of them, only 4 remaining, so that's good. Total victory there, but it was very costly. Very, very costly. I'm going to need to reinforce that region as quickly as I can. Wenchang has been successfully defended. Seoul has been successfully captured. Well done, Major. Seoul is ours. Thanks to the post facilities, we can now land there safely. However, let's be careful, and keep in mind that a counterattack is still at risk at this stage. Yeah, no shit. So we have 3 battles to fight now, again down on our borders, Daegu, Gyeongchang, and Yeongdeok. We have 20 points worth of reinforcements to work with here. So let's go ahead and see what we got to call out. Up here in Seoul, though, we can go ahead and refit some... Oh, I don't want to refit because that's going to take away political points. So I'm going to put these guys on R&R just to keep my initiative going. We sustained losses up here, but we didn't sustain too many losses. And what I have here currently is enough to be able to hold back what little forces they do have. Again, we don't know what's up here, and that 7th Tank Regiment over here is really kind of getting me worried with those 16 T-72s. 12 frontal armor is really not that good, but 40% accuracy gun, and it is a computer. There is 16 of them, so you know it's going to be enough to cause me some problems. So we need to reinforce our land forces down here in Busan, and then we have looks like 3 battles to fight, and then we'll go ahead and call it a day for this episode. Land forces, we have the 3rd Artillery and 2nd Logistics. If anything is obvious, we need logistics over here in Wenchang. So they're going to come over here to that region there. And the 3rd Artillery is really all we have left to hold down here. So maybe we can spread our forces out. If you look here, the enemy cannot, from Uljin, they cannot approach Daegu from that area right there. They can only go straight into Yeongdeok. And we have a bunch of Chinomaho 2s, Chinomaho 4s. 12 frontal armor, not that bad, 65 points. So we had a bunch of tanks coming down here, some Shilkas, those damn Su-25s, and MiG-29s. That's going to be problematic. As always, we need to keep our peace pheasants up here. Our peace bridges need to go up here as well. Our tanks will have to do the job and hold. We do have logistics and a fob, and we have tow-guided helicopters. Sabres are going to have to stay over here and help defend Wenchang from this massive tank column and all the crap that seems to be coming down the pipe there. Over here, though, the 75th Aviation Regiment, 4 Mi-25 attack helicopters, and just a scattering bit of infantry. I can safely say that tanks is not what we need over here, so we can go ahead and move our K1s back, and we can go ahead and hold on. So the infantry is going to have to stay. The Hawks and everything is going to have to stay. Come on, work with me here, game. These tows and these 106s. The special aviation, well, I don't know. These guys can come back. The anti-tank convoy, they can come back. Alright. So they're going to hang out here for a turn. We're going to rearm and refit them next turn, and then bring them over here to Wenchang to hopefully help drive off the remainder of this western front over here. Up here in Seoul, we're going to hold and I really wish I could have just refitted them. But anyways, we have 15 points to work with now. Let's go ahead and look at our reinforcements up here for the U.S. We can call in the 25th Armored Battalion with 24 M60 tanks. Not really a match for the Chinomahos, but there is 24 of them. We can call out the 3rd Artillery Convoy, which will be helpful with these mortars and these M10s or M109s. And there's a fob with that. Or we can wait till next turn and call out the 13th Marine Regiment. They do have these M60A1 eras, which are far better than the other M60. And more U.S. Marines and a fob. And why do you keep doing that? A fob and Hawks and more naval units that we won't be able to really use, but nevertheless that'll be really helpful as we push further into North Korea. So let's go ahead and hold position. We can refit these air units. The Prowlers need to be refit and the Phantoms need to be refitted. So there we go. There's some work done right there. And let's go ahead and kick it off. Let's do Unchang first since we just came from there. Looks like we're just going to be going up against tanks. Yep. Tank on tank. Let's go ahead and push. Oh, they retreated. Okay. Battle stopped because the enemy decided to retreat their forces. Excellent. They lost a command and 2 Type 63s in the process. Excellent. I believe that's what that meant. So, alright, Yunchang has been successfully defended. I can't refit or do anything there. So, next turn, though, what's left of this this western force will be regrouped, and they will push back in again. So we will have to keep our eyes and everything ready for that push there. Daegu, let's go ahead and kick off here now, taking on this Special Aviation Regiment, the 75th. Let's launch that battle. And as I click that launch button, if you guys would be so kind as to click that like button down below, really makes me feel good, helps me stroke the ego. That's only if you enjoy the video. Don't give me a like if you didn't like it. Or if you have a comment or a suggestion or anything like that, that goes down below in the comment section as well. Helps me out, helps me know what you guys want to see. And so the enemy is now held Bravo somehow, even though, as I stated, I'm pretty sure I was holding Bravo at the end of the last game. But whatever. Let's go ahead and call out these Gatling tanks. 3 of them there. Hawk over here. And here. And because we are going up against helicopters. And here. And we'll have another Hawk rush up here to this tree line. Bring up some of those K-263s as well to rush up there to that tree line. They'll have a North Korean cargo truck. Actually, no. I'll leave the North Korean cargo truck over here with this Hawk. Do we have recon? No, we do not. That's a shame. Alright, so we have command back there. We have a command over here. Do we want to put a command over here to the Yangdok region? I don't think we do. KM-132s, what the hell are those things? Just high explosive APCs. Don't need any of them. No thank you. Rockets don't need. Infantry will go ahead and rush up with some Stingers. And these Yoibings. 8 units of them. They'll rush up into Bravo, and we'll capture that with our TACCOM. And that looks to be about it. We'll bring a cargo truck, 2 of them up there with that anti-air group. We'll keep a cargo truck back here with this Hawk. And no more Hawks. And we'll throw 2 more Gatling trucks, or Gatling tanks, over here. I'm not letting these helicopters get the best of me this time around. And we'll throw some Yoibings over here as well. Or some, yeah, Yoibings. Have them occupy that region right here. Alright, let's launch the battle. Already engaging with the Gatling cannons. Excellent.
지시를 기다리는 중입니다.
I already own 70% of the points needed to win. And that's it. Man, a complete and total wipe. 75th Aviation Regiment has been destroyed, taking their command out right off the bat to not a single loss. Beautiful. Daegu has been successfully defended, and there's really nothing left to push into Daegu. There is nothing in Yochang. As you can see, there's only one avenue of approach to arrive in Daegu, and that is from Yochang. There is nothing there. Unless some of these forces from up here move down south to engage me, but at this point, these forces over here manage to try to swing up and engage me. Either way, I don't see that happening. Yang-duck, let's go ahead and do that now. The 11th Artillery Convoy is about to get completely and totally... no, they have retreated! They've retreated! Oh man! So all of our borders have been successfully defended. Seoul has been captured, and we're going to go ahead and end this turn. And I'm not exactly sure how long it's been in this video. Maybe we can get away with doing one more battle before we call it a day here. Major, military intelligence informs me that at least one enemy armored regiment is en route to Seoul. I advise you to be extremely careful in this priority sector. Oh man. Alright, so we got some... Major, we can confirm that an enemy squadron of MiG-29 fighters has taken off for air-to-ground support. Warn our pilots that things are about to get pretty heated up there. Interesting. Oing Chang, looks like they're pushing back in again with the 2nd Engineers Battalion, the 1st Air Attack Convoy, and the 27th Fire Support Convoy. We really need to do something about these helicopters. 5 of them and 6 of those rocket pods. We do have really nothing to worry about there. Those helicopters is really all we have to worry about here. Let's go ahead and launch this battle. Now somehow we managed to have everything east of the river. I don't get it, but we'll go ahead and put the fob a little bit closer to the front. Put you here. You're going to occupy that building down there. Oh wait, no, we're going to go ahead and no, put the tank up close to the front. Tank will be hiding out over here in the woods. He'll have some stingers. Not playing around this time. That OH-6 needs to come out. Keep eyes up. And then these, I really can't afford to lose any more infantrymen. Tanks, however, I can afford to play with. 2 M36s, 4 of these M48s. We're gonna need air power. And vehicle-wise, there's really nothing else we can really do. We don't have any more air. Cargo trucks, we can keep a cargo truck over here and keep 2 of them up here. Just to make sure those stingers don't run out of ammo. And let's go ahead and... oh crap, he's all the way over here. Minimize this little window over there on the side. These K200s can go ahead and... oh wait, I'm not clicking unload, I'm clicking move fast. It's a little mistake there on my behalf. These stingers need to get unloaded and get into cover. Same thing with these transports and cargo trucks. Tank push, let's go ahead and move you guys up here. Gonna move fast. OH-6 now catching eyes on the helicopters. Stingers deploy, stingers deploy. Bring out these sabers. Not scoring any kills yet. And the bait with the tanks worked, it seems, bringing in the helicopters, getting within range of my stingers. Unfortunately, it appears the stingers have lost line of sight or something, I don't know. The sabers still engaging these helicopters, losing an M48 in that rocket barrage, stunning the M36s. back across the bridge. Stingers now looks like they're about to start opening up. Yep. Taking out 2 helicopters there, but I'm losing tanks. Get across the bridge, guys. Come on. I need more air power here. Right there. Sabres are just circling. Alright, the initial helicopter rush looks like it's been beaten back. Thanks to my Stingers here. That's good news. These TO-55s, they can't get too close though. Nice little airstrike there on that tank. Need to see where the hell this artillery's coming from. Did I manage to kill one? Looks like I did. Excellent. That rocket strike. Where is this artillery coming from? Right there. Let's bring in 2 Sabres to strafe that area. This third one come over here and take out and engage that recon chopper. So infantry managed to make it deadly close there. Nice. Finishing off the last of the artillery. 70% of the points needed to win. They're still shelling my tanks. Unfortunately, losing some tanks in that little bait and switch tactic I tried there. It is unfortunate that happened, but I needed to sucker these helicopters in any way I could. These damn Sabres are not... There we go, Stinger taking out that helicopter that was trying to flank me. These Sabres are by far not the best. There's my recon chopper, good. Making sure I didn't lose him. M48s can go ahead and hang out back at the fob. You guys can hang out back at the fob as well. Get yourself some spare parts, because your tanks took a heavy beating. Evac these Sabres, get them out of there. They're not helping me any. OH6, we can go ahead and move you up a little bit, try and see what we can see. I believe the enemy does have Shilkas. It looks like the OH is... There we go. That F-86 Sabre taking out the last recon chopper over there, making that a total victory for me. Taking out these Gongyongs and everything else, those TO-55s, finishing off them. Excellent. This tank regiment, though, still holding on, and the enemy now pushing down into Yangdok. They're pushing in with those Su-25s, that artillery, those Chinomohos and the Chinomoho 4s. They have arrived now, and the Shilkas. My little 2nd Armored Regiment is going to have to hold 7 K1s, 10 M48s. I do have the Special Aviation Regiment with those tow missiles and the peace bridges, but will it be enough? That's a good question. We're going to refit this tank regiment back here, bringing them back up to 12, and then this tow anti-tank regiment over here, we're going to refit them as well. But now that I've done that, they cannot push up to the front. These guys are going to go on R&R. And then down here, nothing I can do because there's still enemy in that region right here. We're going to bring up the peace pheasants to hopefully show those tanks who's boss. Bring up the peace bridges to provide air-to-air capabilities, and hopefully take out these MiG-29s. The maximum range on their air-to-air missiles, they do have 2 different versions of Vimpel's fire and forget air-to-air missiles. 4,200 meter range on the one, 3,850 on the other. My Peace Bridge is on the other hand, though. Sorry, KF-16's fire and forget as well, 7,000 meter range, 60% accuracy, 60% stabilization. They should be able. I only have 2 of them, and there's 6 of those MiG-29, so this is going to be a pretty good air-to-air fight up here in Yeongdeok. Up here in Seoul, do we have tanks arriving? I don't see any tanks. There's these guys over here in the 22nd, but oh dear, the 7th Tank Regiment with those T-72s. So we're gonna need something to deal with that. And as much as I would not like to pay the points, there's really nothing that's gonna stop a T-72 other than a fucking A1 Abrams, baby. And with the remainder of our points, we'll go ahead and refit our units up here. They did suffer a good bit of casualties in that naval landing, and I want to make sure that everything chilling here is as ready to go as they can possibly be for that big tank push heading down my way. So that'll about sum it up for this episode, guys. We managed to hold our borders again and just kind of consolidate our efforts. We pushed forward from our beachhead and captured Seoul. We have 6 turns to go to finish the campaign, which I believe we'll be able to accomplish that in well before 10-turn time limit is up. So, as always, I'd like to thank you guys for taking the time out of your day to watch my video. Please give it a like if you liked it. Comment down below if you got a comment or question for me. And I think that's about it. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.